You just saw these guys maybe 2 weeks ago. Are there any tendencies that you tend to remember or that you can build off of this week?
Yeah, I think you modify your rush plan a little bit. You kind of want to change up what you're going to do. Want to show different looks on defense. I know, defensively, with our scheme, you want to show different looks. So it's just I feel like it's just that cat and mouse game a little bit when you play a team so close to each other. So yeah, we're prepared and we're ready to go. I love the game plan and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to get back to Ford Field. It's been a while.
Your reaction to be named a Pro Bowler for the first time?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a blessing, and really cool.
What's it mean to reach that honor? Just year 2 for you.
Yeah, it means a lot. It was one of my goals coming into this year, and to be able to achieve that is great. And but right now I got all my focus really on this playoff run.
Who broke the news to you?
My agent called me the night before, and so it was pretty cool. He was pretty jacked up, and we had a nice moment together.
Were you expecting that news? Was that a surprise in some ways to you? I guess, how did you receive it?
Yeah, I think it was one of those things where I feel like I always like I feel like I'm always a guy who just as I get deeper and deeper into the season, that's when I kind of start to heat up a little bit. And I understand that the Pro Bowl voting happens earlier than that. I feel like this has just happened these past few years. My last year at Michigan, last year, and then this year, it's just kind of I definitely heat up later in the season. So I thought it could have gone either way. Just for I had a good game against Dallas, but it's like, I don't know if it was too late or something, but no, it was cool. It was cool, and I'm very blessed.
I think you were 8th in fan vote, which means that it was probably the coaches and players who ultimately voted you in. Does it mean more when it comes from that section of voters than the fans?
Yeah, that's I didn't even know that. That's really cool. Yeah, it definitely does mean a lot. I feel like, it's really cool.
Podcast with you and St. Brown and those guys, and you were saying a little bit using that Dallas game as kind of fuel. How much did you guys need, just a little push, man, to get y'all going? As y'all entering this playoff stretch as well.
I think it's huge. I think it's going to be one of those things that we look back at it and it's going to be a blessing in disguise. So I think it'll be good. I think it's going to be good for us.
NFLPA released some survey results today, and Aaron Glenn was at the top of the overall list as the guy that players like the most to play for.
Yeah.
Can you put into words why he has that support from you guys and just that universal love from this group?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, AG from day one, I feel like when he always says the right things. He always, whenever it's a tough meeting, or we had a bad practice, we had a bad game, whatever it is. I feel like he always says the right thing to get us back on track, and I feel like that's also why. As last year, this year, we kind of dipped a little bit in the middle, and then by the end, we pick up as a defense, and I think that's a big credit to him and his own self-evaluation, his own, just being able to rally the guys.
I want to go back to your comment about you heating up towards the end of the year. What do you attribute that from yourself? What is it about you that, I don't know, this is you hitting your stride?
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to make a play when it matters most, and I take pride in that, and I really do believe that, in the biggest games. I feel like that's when I show up, and usually the biggest games are at the end of the year, I think. But I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason. I just I'm not really sure.
You guys have a big game this weekend, but there's also a big game on Monday that I'm pretty sure is going to have your interest. How are you feeling about Michigan and their chance against Washington?
It's destiny. They're going to win it all.
Got a score prediction?
No score prediction. I just know they're going to win it. It's written in the stars.
Any interactions with Levi down here, a couple closets down?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, we haven't talked much about it, but no, it'll be a good game. It'll be a good one.
Like I always say, I don't really care what my role is. If I'm on the field, I'm gonna just try to put my best foot forward, and whatever the team needs to win, just try to kind of bring a spark and some energy to the team, and I just try to do that every time I'm on the field, and it's kind of paid off, I guess.
It's got to feel good to have that best foot forward recognized league-wide.
Yeah, definitely. it's funny because like all the guys that play a lot of special teams, like, or at least the guys that I play with, we always kind of like talking and seeing who made plays. So like whenever you make a play, you'll text someone or you get a text from some people. So it's kind of like a weird little special teams cult, but no, it's definitely good to be recognized.
And you play for a head coach that values teams too. And how much do you appreciate that just the time that Dan spends at practice on teams and how much he constantly talks about it and values that part of the game?
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely great, and especially right now with like, there's some teams who don't, like, you can just see it in their play. They don't care about special teams. They don't really keep guys on the roster that excel on special teams. A lot of guys, fair catch all the kickoffs, and I'm just fortunate to be on a team that doesn't do that. And I've alluded to it before, but it's always kind of been like that since I got here. I think it shows with, Killebrew making the Pro Bowl from the other side. Like, we played 4 years together, so kind of just coming in, we've always been on a team that value that and, going out there and performing.
How has playing special teams at such a high level helped you on the defensive side when you do get your snaps in?
Yeah, I think there's definitely some skills that translate, but I don't know. I don't really try to say that that's the reason I can do whatever. But like I said, I just try to put my best foot forward every time I'm on the field, and yeah, that's what I do.
What'd your daughter say?
She was definitely excited. She was we were talking about it a little bit a couple weeks ago, and trying to go to Orlando and stuff like that. So she was definitely excited.
She wants that Orlando trip.
Yeah, probably, but I don't know if we'll be able to make it there.
Is this the fun part of team success?
Yeah, I think definitely. You get more eyes on you, having a lot of primetime games. Yeah, I guess that's the answer, yeah.
Is it easier to celebrate a Pro Bowl nod when the team is doing well along those lines too?
Yeah, I think it is, but I'm still focused on winning more games and trying to go as far as we can. So.
I'm curious your reaction when you saw the Pro Bowl rosters.
Yeah, I was hot, but the receivers that got picked, they're all great players, but I was hot.
Yeah, does that burn you like the draft thing back in the day?
I guess. I mean, I was pissed.
How do you let that feel you, finish the season? I got one more regular season game left, playoffs. You think that'll motivate you going down the stretch to continue to show the work that you put in?
Yeah, I guess I didn't do enough during the season, so I got to go harder.
That's kind of a scary proposition where this team is right now. You going harder?
Yeah, and we gotta go harder.
You guys faced these guys recently. Are there any nuances or tendencies that you maybe remember or can build on going into this weekend?
Not really. We just played them 2 weeks ago, so I mean, it's kind of tough. When you're going against the same opponent this early back-to-back or this soon. Obviously, they're going to try to obviously do some things different. Little wrinkles. We got different wrinkles too. But for the most part, at this point in the season, you kind of are who you are. But we got different stuff up for them. I'm sure they're going to have different stuff up for us. Like I said, it's going to come down to us executing, trying to, pick up all the different looks that they show, the blitzes and everything. But it should be a good game.